Thank you, Mike. We are decorating for the holidays today. Kathy Oligas is here from Dee's to show us how to make pretty bows. Now, I can tie a pretty bow on the back of my daughter's dress, but when it comes to making a bow to put somewhere, I have real difficulty. So you're going to make this simple for me.
Well, the first thing is we're not literally tying a bow.
Okay.
No matter how simple the bow is, we're going to use wire.
And you're going to hold the pieces together.
That's what's going to make a difference, because when you're tying bows for your daughter's hair or whatever, you know how you're always trying to get the tails to come out right?
Right.
Well, we don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
So what we're going to do first, we're going to make some simple bows like this for this Christmas tree that we're decorating.
So here's what we're going to make.
We're going to make those.
Okay.
So you're going to take your piece.
All right.
I'll take mine. And of course, we need to leave whatever length of the tail we want. That's the first thing we're going to do.
All right.
And then we're going to come up right here and we're going to gather. Now, this is the most important step. You don't just scrunch it like this.
Okay.
You literally, it's almost like you're stitching. You're going to take little tiny gathers.
Okay.
And it should, there we go.
Okay.
Then we're going to make a loop. And the loop, of course, determines how big our bow is going to be. So we can make small loops. We can make great big loops. That's going to determine the rest of our bow.
All right.
And then we want to gather this ribbon before you even stick it together.
Okay.
Take it in this hand. We're going to gather this along with the first. Right. Start right here.
Start on this side. Okay.
And then just push it into there. Okay. Gather. There you go.
All right.
Okay. Now, because we have a two-sided ribbon, we did that on purpose. We want to show you that if I just flip this around, I would see the wrong side of the ribbon.
Right. That's part of the problem with making the bow. You think you've got it, and then one loop or one side ends up the wrong way.
So just keep it in mind. You have to have the right side going the right way. So we have to flip it over.
Okay.
Or twist it. But it's easier to say, let's flip it over so that right close to where we're twisting, we're going to flip. There you go. Just flip it over and stick that under your thumb.
All right.
And now we're just going to make another loop.
Okay.
And again, two important things, gathering it tightly and also making sure your loops are the same.
All right, so one of my loops is going to go that way. Then I'm going to make
to the center again.
Back to the center. This way.
Right here.
All right.
Now, right along there, we're going to gather under your thumb again.
Okay.
That's it, right under your thumb.
Okay.
Now, if for some reason your tails don't come out on the same side, it's a wired ribbon, so you can bring this tail around. Now, for this tree bow, for most bows, I'm going to use this covered wire.
Well, look at that. I didn't even realize I made a pretty bow, and it turned out all right. So we're going to use what?
Well, most we're going to use covered wire, but because we want a real simple way to do this, we're going to use these glitzy chenille stems and use that around.
So I'm just going to tie this around?
Yes, especially for tree bows, because now we can put it on our tree and take it off our tree a whole lot simpler every year if we have a nice large wire to work with. And plus it's pretty in the center.
Right, okay.
And for our tree, we're going to take a large branch. We're going to put these on the top of the tree later.
Okay.
And we're going to take a piece of this.
All right, this is going to be our last step.
And we're going to put that on there.
Okay, just wrap it around.
We're going to wrap it around, or you can glue it. It just depends on what piece you choose. And that's how we do this piece in the middle. And then when we come back later, we'll show you how these are, we're going to do a treetop bow, and we'll show how these things look on the tree.
Isn't that pretty? All right, so there we go. All right, we'll get my bow ready to go on the tree, and we'll give you some ideas for decorating your tree and doing this all by yourself. It'll look decorated when you're done. If you want to go over to Dee's, they have all these supplies for decorating your tree, and they have gorgeous, gorgeous trees to give you some inspiration, too. They are on Shelbyville Road. The phone number is 896-6755, and we have a link on our website, fox41.com.